School budgets were the topic of meetings. The town continues to gear up for town meeting, and PRHS winter sports hit the home stretch of their seasons. All that and more coming up on This Week in Plymouth. Hello and welcome to another edition of This Week in Plymouth. I'm your host, Dan Salzer. This past Monday, February 6th, the Plymouth School Board met at the elementary school where they hosted a hearing for the 2023-2024 school budget.
So in the 1100 account, which is regular ed instruction, we are proposing a budget of $3,654,039. That is up about, you will notice, $255,000. The next function area is 1200. That is the special education function area. We are proposing a budget based on our current students. So that's how we figure that number on. We don't, I've been trained well to plan for actual students in the building, okay? And we are proposing a budget of $1,959,000, and that is an increase of $131,000. The next function area is 1410, which is co-curricular. That includes both athletics and all of our co-curricular activities. And that is up to, we're proposing $190,000. Next function area is 1840. That is our preschool program. And you will notice that we are proposing $234,534. That is an increase of $11,664. The next function area is 2120, which is guidance and assessment services. That is up to $123,701. Which is an increase of $2,751, and that is all attributed to the CBA increase. Little bit in supplies as well. So there's a little combination there of two things. The next function area is 2130, which is health services, which is our school nurse. That is a proposed budget of $114,276, which is an increase of $17,754. Next up is function area 2140, which is psychological services. We are proposing a budget in that function area of $110,710. Next up is 2150, which is speech services. That is, we are proposing $242,896. Then we have function area 2160, which is OT and PT services. We are proposing $124,000. Next up is function area 2220, which is library services. We are proposing a budget of $116,111. Then we have school board services, which is 2310, and that we are proposing $31,048. Next is function area 2320, which is SAU services, is all the services that come out of the SAU office to support our building. And we are proposing $342,370. Next function area is 2330, which is our technology coordination, and we are proposing $61,084. 2410 is the principal's office, so it's everything coming out of my office and front office, as well as Mrs. Carey's office. And we are proposing $379,374. Then we have operating and building services. So this is, we're proposing $671,174. 2700 is transportation. We are proposing $284,434. Support services, we are proposing $39,499. Then we have function area 3110, which is food service. You'll notice that we are proposing $10,003 there. 5251 is the capital reserve fund. Historically, the board and the district has, or at least in the last 3 years, has moved $50,000 if there was leftover money into the capital reserve fund. But that is not, we don't go into the operating budget budgeting that. Then you'll notice the next two lines on the summary do not have function areas beside them. That they are health insurance summary and dental insurance summary. And what we are proposing for health insurance is $1,316,586, and then dental insurance $36,993. So just to finish up, you'll notice the grand total is $10,321,327. And that is an increase of $643,413.
This past Tuesday was one of the busiest in terms of meetings, the first of which being the Plymouth-Baker Regional School Board, where they hosted both regular board meeting and a deliberative session. All three warrant articles will be going to the town to vote on in March after a quick 8-minute deliberative session.
So Article 1 is negotiate and execute tuition contracts. To see if the school district will vote to authorize the school board to negotiate and execute such tuition contracts as the board may determine advisable for students inside or outside of the Plymouth-Baker Regional School District. The school board recommends this article. So we're a third of the way through the warrant now. Article 2, School Board Contingency Fund. To see if the school district will vote to establish a contingency fund according with the revised statutes annotated 198:4-B. Such contingency fund to meet the cost of unanticipated expenses that may arise during the year. And further, to raise and appropriate the sum of $1,000 for such contingency fund. The school board recommends this article. Article 3, operating budget. Shall the Plymouth-Baker Regional School District vote to raise and appropriate as an operating budget, not including appropriations by special warrant articles and other appropriations voted separately, the amounts set forth on the budget posted with the warrant or as amended by vote of the first session, for the purposes set forth therein, totaling $17,366,693. Should this article be defeated, the default budget shall be $16,622,009, which is the same as last year with certain adjustments required by previous action of the Plymouth-Baker Regional School Board or by law, or the governing body may hold one special meeting in accordance with RSA 40:13, Roman numeral 10 and 16, to take up the issue of a revised operating budget only. This sum excludes the sum in warrant Article 2. The school board recommends this article.
The last meeting of the day was the Plymouth Zoning Board. The board had received a request for a rehearing for both a special exception and a variance after they had initially denied both for the property at 2 and 4 Gould Terrace due to an incomplete application. After a lengthy discussion among the board members, they chose to deny the hearing application.
So we have to look at what they've asked for and decide tonight whether we're going to grant a rehearing, and if it were to be granted, it would be at the March meeting. We're not deciding anything tonight. We can say, let's give them a rehearing, let's deny them a rehearing, whatever the board feels. The first thing they've asked for, and it's a one page, asks for request for a hearing on a special exception by the Zoning Board of Adjustment of the town of Plymouth for the property located at 2 and 4 Gould Terrace. I look at item number 3, as you folks have pointed out, as an admission that their application is incomplete.
Yeah.
If you read it, like,
It is, yeah.
they're admitting it was incomplete. So I guess the question is, what do we want to do? They're acknowledging they didn't have the right stuff. The planner has told me he gave them the same information he gives everybody else who comes before our board. Here's the application, here's the things that you need, and so forth. And, I don't know, I don't see anything wrong with what we did.
We didn't do anything unlawful, that we did our homework. I feel fine that we should, you know, just kind of let this go. This is, that didn't work either. You know, we submitted us a plan with no detail to it and said, oh yeah, we'll just tuck 8 cars in here. And now he's saying, you know, well, give us a rehearing and we'll bring back the information we want. I mean, what are we setting ourselves up for there?
I sometimes though feel like applications at least had like a clear plan, right, with a commitment to the
I agree.
rules, right,
Tom,
that
what
everybody
would-
has to follow.
What would you feel about the fairness of having a rehearing or not?
It's fine with me. I mean, I would really like to bend over backwards for the applicant, but I don't see this, that they didn't have this. I mean, we didn't even get the tax map. We have no meets and bounds. You're gonna import 8 cars up to these 2 little, are they half-acre lots or quarter-acre lots, or what are they?
Okay.
I
So
mean-
would you be against a rehearing?
What?
Would you be against us offering a rehearing on this matter?
Well, I think we should deny the rehearing.
Okay.
I mean, I'll make a motion if you want. I don't see any other choice here. That's not what our function is to, you know, to tell them that we don't understand this, go get more information. I mean, they could have said that at the time. They could have opened it up and asked, you know, what you thought about the information we had, but it didn't. The meeting just went on and it closed down, and then we go to look at it and we go, whoa,
All right.
look at, we don't have, and no, it's,
Do you want to make a motion?
make a motion, we decline the rehearing.
All in favor of the denial?
Aye.
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 It's unanimous.
The Select Board met for a rare Thursday night work session to finalize and read the warrant articles related to the 2023-24 town budget. While the board did not read Articles 2 through 7 as they pertain to the zoning and planning boards, the other 24 articles were voted on unanimously for the Select Board's recommendation. You can find the final proposed budget as well as all 30 warrant articles on the front page of the town website. Moving into the world of sports, PRHS Wrestling hosted the Plymouth tournament this past Saturday. The Bobcats took second place overall and were the top team of the New Hampshire schools. Wrestling was also in action this past Wednesday night for senior night. The Bobcats took wins over Conval and Kingswood. Next week, we'll see both the girls basketball and boys ice hockey teams here on Pemmy Baker TV. The girls will be facing off against Lebanon on Tuesday the 14th at 6:30, and ice hockey will face off against Pembroke Campbell on Saturday, February 18th at 5 p.m. in the final home game at the PSU Ice Arena this season. Again, be sure to catch both games live right here on our channel 1302 or on our YouTube channel. You can find that at Pemmy Baker TV. Some announcements for this week. Plymouth Select Board will be meeting this Monday the 13th. You can attend the meetings in person or through Zoom. The Zoom link can be found on the town website at www.plymouth-nh.org. The Plymouth Planning Board will be meeting next week as well on Thursday the 16th at 6:30 in the meeting room at Town Hall. A reminder that town offices will be closed on Monday, February 20th for the President's Day holiday. And also, Plymouth Regional High School held the Penguin Plunge yesterday. The Penguin Plunge is a fundraiser for Special Olympics athletes and unified programs. Be sure to keep an eye out for the special programming regarding the event right here on Pemmy Baker TV. That will end this week's episode. For our executive producer, Jonathan Picard, I'm Dan Salzer. If you have anything you would like to put on the show, be a part of the show, or you have your own ideas to create a show, contact us at the information on your screen. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week right here on This Week in Plymouth.